Crazy Little Thing Called Love by Queen. This is a must for any acoustic player and actually works really well for electric player as well. We're going to take you step by step, showing you suspended fourth chords, little changes, different rhythm parts, nice little single notes, etc, etc. But step one, make sure you have your PDF ready. If you need a copy, WhatsApp me or drop me an email, I'll happily send it through to you. And let's begin by focusing on what is our fretting hand doing. Now we're going to start with a normal D chord. I'm sure you're all familiar with D, fingers 1 and 2 and 3. And on the PDF, you'll notice on the top right hand corner, you'll see that there's a strumming pattern over there. And you'll see the pinky for the D sus4. Okay, so pinky, D sus4, normal D. And on that first strumming pattern, you'll see it goes 3 black arrows and a red arrow. The red arrow is for when you add the pinky. So slow motion, down, up, down, and on that red down arrow, that's when the pinky came in. One more time from a different angle, 1 and 2, and then on the following and the black arrow, it's off again. So we're only really strumming that string once. Slow motion, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now I just want to focus on the strumming hand as well, so we can see what's happening over there. You'll check my hand's got a natural sort of up and down rhythm, and it's sort of an autopilot now. So when we start strumming, you'll notice the rhythm doesn't lose itself. So that's the goal we're going for, the goal being the hand mustn't stop, so not this. Because the hand is all sticky and it's not fluid, it's not smooth. So get your hand into a nice 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And all that really happens on that space, 1 and 2 and 3, I'm overemphasizing it there, but on that down arrow, where there should have been a down arrow, that little gap there, I'll bring my hand into arc. One more time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and it helps me keep the rhythm. Now next up, we're going to go to the following chord, which is G. And you'll notice I'm playing my G slightly different from normal. This is the standard G with your ring finger at the bottom and fingers 1 and 2 on top. I like the sound of putting a ring finger on the second string and bringing my pinky onto the first string and then placing 1 and 2 as per normal. This is the G I'm going to use. You may use the standard G if you want to, and if you really want to, you can even use a bar chord G. Don't recommend this, but if it makes you happy, it's cool. So my G, standard G, and the rhythm pattern for this now is the same rhythm pattern we used for the D, but the red arrow, just pretend it's black. In other words, nothing special happens. There's no added fingers, no removed fingers. It's just simply 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the next part, the C to the G, that happens in one bar. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3. So on the and, on the off beat, you must change. So it's 1 and 2 and on that and after the 2, you must already be in G. Check this out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now the next step is to string everything together. So we're going to get an overview of both hands again. And we're going to play through D twice. We're going to go for the G for a full bar, and then the fourth bar is going to have the C change to the G in the offbeat. Are we ready? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And the cool thing there as well, the advantage of playing my G like this is when I go to D, you'll notice my ring finger, finger number 3, doesn't have to move. So that's the one sort of bonus about playing your G differently. Now on the original of the song, he actually plays D through 4 times. I've sort of skipped that because if you can play it for the verse, you sort of home dry. So far, 2 Ds, 1 G, C and G, sharing. That's the first line. The second line is the same. So if you're going to play through the first and second line with me, let's just do it once so we're home dry. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then the third line is going to sound like this. When I slow that down to show you that B flat, or to emphasize the B flat, going to be several ways to play B flat, to the C, and finish off the first verse. So let's go have a look at what's happening with the chord shapes regarding this B flat. The standard, more sort of conventional way for playing B flat, as in most books I found, is finger 1, fret 1, string 1, that note. Okay. Then your middle finger must go to the 3rd fret, not here, over here, on the 4th string, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom. Ring finger, number 3, underneath him, and pinky squeezes in to the 2nd string. Now, I personally don't like this. I'm really battling to get my little chubby fat fingers nice in a 1 fret like that in fret 3. But that is the more conventional way of playing B flat. Now, your plan B is to go put your first finger into a bar chord. So you place your first finger across all 6 strings, and fingers 2, 3, and 4 stay the same. Now, some students do prefer this, so it's really your choice. I'm giving you 3 options. The one you go for is cool. That's the other B flat. Another advantage of this is I can play all 6 strings if I want to, where this one only 4. And then we get my way, because I like being difficult. Okay, finger 1 goes to the 5th string, 1st fret. This physical note, this note here, is actually B flat. So I like it because it gives me my bass note. And then I put my pinky down. Now watch my pinky collapse here. See that movement? Nice and slow. Now it's bending. And boom, there it goes flat. I like doing that, and you can do that as well, but I like the pinky. And with this, you're going to sound your chord. This is my way of playing B flat. Now, whichever one works for you, I'm cool with that. The important thing now is back to the 3rd line. It's 1 D, and then the B flat to the C. This is the 2nd strumming pattern. Is going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're changing this time on the 3, not on that offbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then after that back to D. 2, 3, 4. So that last D, you're going to play through it once, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then an extra strum, which will be the first beat of the next bar, and you let it ring. Okay, we got that so far. Let's take it through the entire verse. Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Starting from the beginning. So it's 2 Ds, G, C, G. That in progression twice, then 1 D, B flat, C, and D, and stop. Let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. As simple as that. Next up, we're going to look at the chorus. Now this starts with a G. Again, I like using fingers 3 and 4. You can see it nice and clearly in the progression. It's going to be 2 bars of G, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of G again. So it's 2 Gs, 1 C, 1 G, and then the B flat. And again, choose your method like this, or as a bar chord, or as you can use the flat finger like this. That's my personal preference, with the pinky going flat. You can even go up to fret number 6 and play a bar chord, yeah, but I really wouldn't encourage that. It's just too high in pitch, so rather try for this or for one of the more traditional ways for the B flat. Okay, so I'm going to take you through that now. It's going to go chorus time, 2 Gs, 1 C, 1 G, B flat twice, and then some strange cool things are going to happen. But before we get it, let's iron out this over here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then we're going to have 2, 3, 4, 1. Tuck, 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 tuck. Okay, now the tuck, 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 I'll explain that now, but you got the first part. Now, after you've done that B flat, we're going to do the following, but the first one is zoom in a bit more onto my fretting hand. Now, after the B flat twice, you're going to have E, A, and F, and you stop dead on that F. Now, first of all, E, you're familiar with E. There you go, fingers 1, 2, and 3. A, this is the traditional A. I like swapping my fingers 1 and 2 around. I like that. You don't have to do it like this. I'm just sharing different ways to do it. And this is cool because when I come from the E chord, all that happens is finger one slides across and the other two come down. So I find this transition very smooth. And after that, for the F, he slides back and you're into the F chord, F with the first finger flat, and it's one strum. Now on the rhythm, it's the third pattern as well. So you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and stop, 2 and 3 and 4. Then you're going to have those little 3 notes. Now there is a tab there for the riff, and it simply goes fret numbers 5, 4, 3 on the 5th string. One more time, 5, 4, 3. Then the drum does something like this. I don't have a drum kit, so I'm just doing it on the guitar. Okay, so it's going to go. And then the next part. Now, the little riff there, first, again, 5, 4, 3 on the 5th string. And the guitar, well, the drum goes da 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 da. And then you go up onto the 6th string and do the same. Bam, bam, bam. Simple as that. And then again, you have the little drum roll thing. And then you're going to go E, 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 A. And that's 6 E's in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stop on the A. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out and I'm going to take you through the chorus the whole way through with me. And here goes the chorus, your G's in place. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... 2, 3, 4. Tuck, 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 tuck. And then from there you're back into your verse. Now there are one or two other little simple things as well, like for example when he goes to the solo, while the guitarist is the solo, the rhythm guitarist plays a B flat twice, and he goes to D twice, back to B flat, and then E to the A and to stop. It's as simple as that. That's for the solo part. Now if you're playing by yourself and just doing like a campfire sing-along, don't even worry about it unless it's the second guitarist to play along with. Basically all you need, which we've shown you here, is your verse, what's the pinky for the D, and you've got your B flat for your chorus. So you've got some really nice new chords, you've got nice timing over here, and you've got a really cool song. Everything you've seen so far should be enough to help you sing along to Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Wishing you a blessed, fantastic, stunning day. Take care. Cheers for now.